안녕하세요. 새해 복 많이 받으십시오. 다들 구정 연휴를 잘 보내고 계신가요? 저는 이번 시간에 이 모노크롬에 대해서 다시 한번 설명드리려고 에드가와 인터뷰를 한번 담아보았습니다. 이번 영상은 모노크롬2 모프 시리즈를 한번 다뤄보기로 하고 한번 영상 인터뷰를 먼저 보도록 하겠습니다. 가시죠. 에드가가 이게 공우성이라고 다시 밝혀졌대요. 글을 쓰고 있다고 하는데 그거의 한 예를 보여준다고 합니다. 그리고 지금 슈퍼폼을 사진으로 보여줬는데 지금 이 아이가 모노크롬 릴리 화이트입니다. This is monochrome lily white, right? Oh.
And this is the first monochrome pixel also. Because if you look on top when it fires up,
Yes.
it's going to be pixelated.
I
Now
see.
you can see, I'm sorry, I'm shaking, I had too much coffee.
It's okay.
But, so here you go. Now you can see the monochrome and you can see the lily white as a codominant partnership here. And so 25% of your process when you go to lily white will be some sort of combination between the lily white and the monochrome. One thing you can do to ensure that this is right, lily white, you're gonna find the lily white trait on the bottom of the gecko, and you will find also the monochrome trait on the bottom of the gecko. You see it?
Yeah, I see that.
And so for all those people out there that for so long didn't know what, I didn't tell them because, we need to study these with a little more caution and have a little more information.
Yep.
But so here, he's not really fired up, but you can see it's a beautiful gecko and it's a perfect representation of codominance expression.
Exactly. You're just explaining the codominant as a evidence.
Right.
Yes.
And so that's one of the things that I'm going to be working on really heavily. There is a misconception that the traits or the genes in Crestedgeckos are incomplete dominance. This is an error that has been propagated for a very long time, especially starting with the ball python community.
Yeah.
Which, we do our best at every step, and now we just have to revisit this terminology, make sure that we all understand it.
Yep.
Because everyone in the gecko world talks incomplete dominance, but it's not. In incomplete dominance, you would have the blending of two
Yes.
phenotypes.
Like a white and red makes pink.
Exactly.
Yes.
And if you see here, we have codominance because it is not a lighter gray, it is not a darker white, it is actually a combination of both traits expressed on the same gecko in blotching spots.
Yep.
So this is the exact definition of codominance. So this is one. This is actually, you have a feature as a baby on one of your videos, and he was like really cool. It will show the pixelation on it once it's actually fired up.
Yeah.
But monochrome is a very good and new resource of new mutations. And I'm gonna demonstrate that in the next gecko.
I got it. I'm very excited to see next generation of it.
Yeah, so we're gonna put this guy back.
Yep.
And we gotta trick him into putting him back because once they're outside, they just wanna be out.
Right. Thank you for sharing us.
Yeah, of course.
It explains a lot.
Well, I held a lot of information back because I wanna address things in order. And so, unfortunately, that's the way I am. I'm like a little obsessive, like many of us. So here is another monochrome lily white.
이건 또 다른 모노크롬 릴리 화이트라고 합니다.
But so here, what I want to highlight is the actual mutation that goes on the side of the dorsal, making like a necklace of spikiness, silvery, monochrome expression just in that section. And this is very unique because we know that next in the modification of our phenotype will be the scales, right?
Yep.
A lot of people are doing already scale modification with the bubble line and other lines they're doing. And so, but look at, ever since he was a baby, you can see the amount of spikes that has in the middle of the neck and the discoloration, the difference in the coloration here and everywhere else.
Yeah.
Once again, once we flip this gecko over, And this is like something that it was very easy to deduct. But look at its belly. It also shows the expression of the lily white as well as, hang on, baby, of the monochrome. You see the middle of the baby? Sorry, in the middle of the belly.
It's like a mosaic.
Yeah, but
Yes.
but also look at this dark.
Yes.
See that dark?
Yeah.
That is all the monochrome
That's
geckos
interesting.
will have that
I
dark
see.
display if they're
On
actually
the middle.
in the middle, on the sides.
Mhm.
I'll show you on a different gecko. Actually, we can go to a fully expressive
Yep.
monochrome. And so here is another perfect example of codominance.
Mhm.
And codominance can only be expressed in this manner where you have parts of one expression or one phenotype and the other types of the phenotype represented on the same animal.
Yep.
This is very exciting, and I'm making these guys available. But like, look at I mean, you see the gray on it on the neck?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It is.
And so, I'm like very excited about everything that happens for anyone and everyone, as long as our mentality keeps the animal as a primary focus and not the money. Money will always be a side effect of a job well done, and that's what we need to focus on. Let's do a good job and let's help each other out. And so now you guys have a little more information. And I gave this information directly to June because I feel that he's in line with my mentality. And so we care about the animals, not as a business, but as a unique opportunity to learn a species, to work with it, to develop it, and lean on each other. So, vote for me. No, it's kidding.
All right.
You want to hold it?
Thank you so much for your explanation.
Yeah.
It tells a lot.
And I want to recommend that everybody thinks outside the box and challenge our mentality. I may be wrong. I will take it with kindness, and or I will match your energy. But we will. It's all up to you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Man, I'm so glad you came
Thank you.
over, dude. This is
Thank
so
you.
good, and it's good to see that because. So we need together. It would be great that if you tell me what F generation it is, and if that F generation was able to produce visuals. Because one preview that I'm going to tell you now is that I have tried to attempt to do the supers. I did 2 attempts because I know the relationships that recessiveness brings along, and it's not always pleasant. And so, because I work with humans, I don't want that for the animals as well. So, but now I'm releasing all that information, and there will be more coming out, and you guys observe your animals, make your notes, we're all here to work together.
All right. We will, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm like a politician, my gosh. Cut that out.
Yeah, I'll cut it out.
Or you can leave it out.
Do you mind if you show me the
Oh.
super forms?
Oh yeah, so here's the premiere of the supers.
Mhm.
And actually, let me go back a couple of videos,
Sure.
okay? So here is the story on the supers. The supers were attempted to be done earlier in the project. Not too early because we didn't have females, and the project was aiming to outbreed, as it is my goal in everything.
Yep.
And so, so then the supers were not tried until females were 3 years of age. I don't breed anything independently of weight until it gets 3 years old because I take care of my females. I want to make sure that the girls are healthy and they are happy. And so here is one of the successful hatchings of these, the super. And you can actually see the super characteristics. This is very much a gecko, a monochrome gecko. You can see the red eyelashes with dark colors. And if I zoom in even more,
Yeah, I see that. Very
Weird.
soft skins.
very soft skin, very crazy pattern. And like it's a little modified from the original just tigering. But so here's the issue with these guys. As any super form, these guys do not thrive. Once I do my test and I have a negative result, I don't continue with this because you see how weak it is?
I see that.
Yeah, so I tried to pick it up and it flipped on its side and it's very dead. So the monochrome at F1 and F2 generations for me in-house has resulted in deadly. So, and my studies have shown that this has a lethal gene just like the lily white.
Yes.
So this is why super forms are not being produced. I think that hopefully we've all learned that super forms, look how weak it is. You see?
Yeah.
And so these guys generally just like survive a couple of days, maybe a week. They're not able to shed their first skin, and they're always this weak. And believe me, I try to spoon feed it, and so I haven't been able to.
I see.
But I don't like pushing things that are so weak because there's a trade-off with it.
Yeah.
You see? And so the initial 3 years for F1s and F2s, I could not produce viable super forms, and I will not, because now with the experiences that we have with all the super caps and all the other things, it's really not worth it to me to put a whole season of eggs through just out of curiosity, just like be killing them. And then we have to also wait until they're at least 3 years of age so that we can have a real educated perspective on what is to come and not start releasing things immediately.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you so much.
Got it.
자, 어떻게 영상 잘 보셨나요? 여기서 되게 중요한 점이 있었어요. 저도 굉장히 헷갈렸고 이 부분 때문에 사실은 그 유전학 공부에 대해서 더 깊게 알아가야 된다는 깨달음도 있었습니다. 무엇이냐면 제가 저번 시간 모노크롬 1에서 얘기했던 거는 이 아이는 불안정 우성입니다 라고 얘기를 했었습니다. 그런데 이번 편 방금 보신 인터뷰에서는 에드가가 정정을 합니다. 이 아이는 불안정 우성이 아니고 공우성입니다. 그리고 슈퍼폼도 나왔고 그 슈퍼폼은 또 치사 유전 2기까지 합니다. 릴리 화이트랑 아주 비슷한 사례죠 라고 얘기를 합니다. 다다음 편에 이제 나올 안토니와의 인터뷰, 그리고 이주환 대표, 유전학을 전공하신 이주환 대표, 이렇게 셋이 또 얘기하는 영상이 준비되어 있는데 앞으로 우리가 얘기해야 될 단어들의 정정이 꽤 많아 보입니다. 실질적으로 파충류에서 사용하고 있는 그 공우성, 불안정 우성의 정의가 실제로 유전학에서는 반대로 쓰이고 있다는 얘기를 많이 하게 돼요. 그래서 어떻게 어떤 단어들을 정정해 가야 되고 왜 그런지에 대해서는 제가 지금 짧게 설명해서 잘못 전달될 바에 정확한 정보를 잘 제공하면서 영상을 따로 제작하는 게 좋을 것 같다는 생각이 들었습니다. 간단하게 여기 영상에서 나오는 거를 설명하자면 공우성이라고 하는 것은 어떤 대립 유전자와 만나서 공우성이라고 하는지에 대한 설명이 좀 필요한 것 같아요. 여기 개코젠에서 에드가도 그 부분을 짧은 시간 안에 설명을 하려니까 그 부분을 스킵하고 말씀하신 것 같다라는 생각이 있습니다. 더군다나 한 유전자만을 집중적으로 공부하시는 분과 릴리 화이트, 카푸치노, 세이블, 모노크롬까지 여러 가지 유전자를 공부해오고 경험을 축적해오신 분의 이야기는 다를 수 있다고 생각이 듭니다. 불안정 우성은 쉽게 얘기해서 A와 B가 만나서 완전 새로운 형태의 C나 D나 F 이런 모습의 새로운 모습을 나타내는 게 굉장히 독특하고 그것을 우리가 불안정 우성이라고 부르는데 어떤 대립 유전자와 만나느냐에 따라서 이건 공우성으로 발현되기도 하고 불안정 우성으로 발현되기도 한다는 걸 우리가 꼭 알아야 될 것 같습니다. 그래서 다음 시간에는 제가 너무 멀지 않은 시간에 이제 종합적으로 데이터도 모으고 또 필요하다면 전문가를 모셔서 같이 얘기하는 방식으로 폴리젠이라는 다인자 유전에 대해서 좀 설명하는 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 그렇지 않고서는 우리가 알고 있는 우성, 공우성, 불안정 우성, 열성에 대해서 설명하기가 굉장히 어려울 것 같아요. 저도 공부를 하고 있고 해왔지만 왜인지에 대해서 조금 더 우리가 알 필요가 있다고 생각이 들었습니다. 그렇기 때문에 지금 노말과는 이 아이가 불안정 우성으로 보이는 게 맞지만 모노크롬과 모노크롬 사이에서 나오는 어떤 슈퍼폼에 있어서는 또 우리가 지금 얘기하는 공우성에 대해서 얘기하는 게 맞다고도 보여지기 때문에 지금 오늘 인터뷰에서 나온 에드가의 말이 틀리기도 하지만 또 옳게 정정하기도 한 거라고 합니다. 추가로 에드가가 이제 곧 메간과 크리스라는 브리더의 도움을 받아서 글을 또 작성을 거의 다 했다고 하니까 관심 있으신 분들은 이 모노크롬 페이지에 들어가갖고 게코젠 웹사이트에 들어가서 곧 나올 그 아티클에 대해서 글을 읽으시면 좀 더 자세히 설명되어 있지 않을까라는 생각을 해보았습니다. 아무튼 제가 드디어 조금은 더 딥하게 유전자에 대해서 얘기할 수 있는 시간이 점점 오가고 있는 것 같아갖고 저도 굉장히 기쁘고 우리가 하나하나 제대로 알아갈 수 있는 시간이 될 수 있을 것 같아서 이 영상이 그 기점이 되는 것 같아 꼭 이번 시간에 영상을 보여드리고 싶었습니다. 아무튼 이번 영상은 여기까지고 앞으로 안토니와의 팟캐스트 또 앞으로 다음 시간을 기대해 주시고 응원 부탁드리겠습니다. 구독과 좋아요는 항상 큰 힘이 됩니다. 안녕!